Who is The Weeknd? The Weeknd, originally Abel Tesfaye, broke into the music scene with the 2011 mixtape House of Balloons. He went on to work with Drake, Wiz Khalifa and others, while building his own career as an artist. In 2015, The Weeknd enjoyed huge success with the Grammy-winning album Beauty Behind the Madness, which boasted the hit single Can't Feel My Face. His follow-up album, Starboy, 2016, also won a Grammy and featured collaborations with artists such as Daft Punk. Early years. Born Abel Tesfaye on February 16, 1990, in Toronto, Canada, The Weeknd has become one of the music industry's leading alternative R&B performers. He is the son of Ethiopian immigrants but has had little contact with his father, who left the family when The Weeknd was only a toddler. His early musical influences ranged from traditional Ethiopian music to the king of pop, Michael Jackson. In an interview with Vanity Fair, The Weeknd specifically cited the impact of Jackson's 1979 hit Don't Stop Till You Get Enough, describing it as the song that helped me find my voice. It's the reason I sing. Mixtapes, albums vs. songs. House of Balloons. Never shy about displaying his vocal talents, The Weeknd started recording his efforts while in high school. After dropping out, he continued exploring his interest in music, and released a free download called House of Balloons in 2011. This, along with 2 more mixtapes, helped push his career forward. He worked with Drake on his 2011 album, Take Care, which featured several tracks from House of Balloons, and landed a deal with Universal's Republic Records. Trilogy. The Weeknd's earlier mixtapes were re-released as 2012's Trilogy, which became a platinum-selling record for the young artist. Despite his growing popularity, he managed to hide himself from the public at large. The Weeknd refused interviews for a long time and chose to use images of women for his 2013 album, Kiss Land, rather than pictures of himself. Some of the mystique he built around himself was intentional, but it also reflected the shyness and insecurities that troubled him early in his career. In addition to his own work, The Weeknd collaborated with other artists. He appeared on Wiz Khalifa's Remember You in 2012 and worked with Rick Ross on his 2014 album, Mastermind. That same year, The Weeknd helped producer Max Martin with Ariana Grande's hit Love Me Harder, and also scored success with Earned It, the first single released from the 50 Shades of Grey soundtrack. Beauty Behind the Madness and Grammy wins. In 2015, The Weeknd continued his rise to the top with the #1 album Beauty Behind the Madness. His disco-pop-infused single Can't Feel My Face, which could be about a romantic experience or drug use, became for many the unofficial song of the summer, while his ballad The Hills also made quite an impression on music fans. This well-received record helped The Weeknd rack up an impressive 7 nominations for the 2016 Grammy Awards, winning for Best R&B Performance for Earned It and Best Urban Contemporary Album. He also earned an Oscar nomination for Best Original Song, also for Earned It. Starboy. In late November 2016, The Weeknd released his 3rd album, Starboy. Along with guest appearances by Lana Del Rey, Future and Kendrick Lamar, the studio effort prominently featured French electronic duo Daft Punk, who collaborated on the chart-topping title track and its follow-up single, I Feel It Coming. The following year, The Weeknd reciprocated some of the guest contributions by appearing on albums for Del Rey and Future. He then took home the Best Urban Contemporary Album Grammy for Starboy in early 2018. My Dear Melancholy. In late March 2018, The Weeknd dropped My Dear Melancholy. Featuring the single Call Out My Name, the EP marked a return to the darker, gloomier sound that permeated the artist's earlier music. Shortly after the EP's release, The Weeknd headlined the 2-weekend Coachella Valley Music and Arts Festival along with Beyoncé and Eminem. After Hours. The Weeknd returned to the spotlight in 2019 by making his feature film debut in the Adam Sandler flick Uncut Gems. Later that year he was back to making headlines with his music, dropping the singles Heartless, which became his 4th track to top the Billboard Hot 100, and Blinding Lights, ahead of the March 2020 release of the album After Hours.